Well, welcome back, everyone. We have Tammie Cologne. She's the Executive Director for Mental Health and Recovery Services. And welcome, Tammie.
Thank you.
We are going to be discussing something that's very important. It's youth mental health.
Correct.
So, Tammie, we have an important class that's coming up.
We do.
To talk about. So let's go ahead and discuss that.
Yeah, well, we are offering a local youth mental health and first aid class. We're offering it, though, as a result of a major milestone in Ohio, which I'm very proud of our elected leadership, and particularly Governor DeWine, who in October of '23 passed a law stating that certified coaches in the state of Ohio, just like they do for other interventions, are required to take a mental health course so that they can understand how to relate and communicate with the athletes that they're overseeing. So we're excited that about 500,000 students are going to have coaches that have a better understanding on how to help them should they need it. And also our local schools have this opportunity available to them for free.
Yeah. So with this class, what kind of knowledge do you think people can gain? Is it stuff about, just mental health alone, substance abuse? What kind of stuff is involved?
So mental health and substance use are both addressed in the class. The class really brings some familiar language to the coaches. It brings some awareness to some signs and symptoms to be concerned about. It teaches them how to ask the questions with the students in a way that's non-judgmental, non-threatening, opens up dialogue so that the students may share with them, or the youth may share with them what they're considering or what they're thinking or how they're feeling. And so it's just a very broad overview in our hopes that coaches will be able to recognize, be able to intervene, and then be able to access or at least refer the youth to services of any sort that could benefit from.
Right, because we talk about mental health all the time, and it's hard enough for adults to deal with it, but I'm just imagining as a young child, and it's like, who do they turn to? What do they talk to? It's like a coach.
Absolutely.
Your coach is like perfect person to talk to.
Yes.
Especially if they have the training, just give you a little bit of insight or guidance.
Yes.
Or whatnot. Now this class, anybody can go, is that correct?
Anybody can go to the class. It's open to the public.
Yeah.
But we're offering it, and we are going to offer it more often, particularly for the coaches, since there is a requirement. And part of that is informing them and equipping them with resources. So we want them to know, our local coaches, we want them to know what the local resources are for the families and the youth that they're serving.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And just to give an example of some of the people that might want to think about attending this class would be teachers or camp counselors, youth group leaders, even parents.
Yeah, oh yeah. And we do offer this to the general public multiple times throughout the year, but we're making very sure that we offer it around the time that most of our coaches have to be certified in the state of Ohio.
All right, and then this class, where does it take place?
This particular class is in Kenton.
Okay.
And it's at the Ohio Health Hardin Memorial Hospital.
And that's Wednesday on May 1st?
Wednesday, May 1st. Yep. It is an all-day class. There are some classes that are offered by OMOS, or there's some classes that are offered by the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and some of those are in person, some of those are online. The value of doing it in person, though, is developing relationships, exchanging stories, supporting one another, and then learning your local resources for your students.
Yeah, well, Tammie, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And well, my pleasure. Well, don't go away, because medical news is up next.